this space, okay? And this is about setting your mind and your intentions on what you want to happen and what's going to happen and how we're going to manifest that, okay? So all you do is you just say, okay, I, Scott Zlatev, am sitting here at my desk at, let's say, 8 p.m. on, let's see, it's the 23rd, it's the Thursday, on Thursday at, or see, let's see, I, Scott Zlatev, am sitting here at my desk at 8 p.m. Thursday night. As I sit in front of my computer, comma, I log into my back office of Empower Network, and I click on my training tab. Let's see, click on my training tab, and I see that I have purchased all of the products in Empower Network. Okay, now new sentence. I take a deep breath in, comma, pause for a second, and exhale while I feel a sense of relief, comma, a sense of, and my spelling's bad, a sense of strength and an overwhelming feeling, again spelling, an overwhelming feeling that I know exactly where I'm going, period. As I look back over the last 72 hours, comma, I can't believe how easy it was to come up with the money to go all in, period. Here is exactly what I did. Okay, and then you underline. Now, now here's the most important part here. Okay, this is setting you up in the mindset of being able to do this. This is setting your intentions, right? So now doing this, what I want you to do, and this is something that a lot of corporate trainers do, they call it a think tank. And basically what you want to do is you want to spend the next hour of creative energy and write down 50 different ways that you could come up with the resources. Could come up with the resources. Come up with the resources. So what you do is you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, and you number it all the way down. And this works really good if you're just writing it out rather than typing, because there's another step in here, and you can totally, you know, write this out, and then you can print it out and have it there for you, and then you can continue on it, and you can finish up what I'm about to say. So what I usually do is I usually give people some different ideas. Okay, right off the bat, you can borrow money from somebody. So you can borrow, you know, $5K from one person. You could borrow 1K from 5 people, and so on. I mean, you understand that part. You know, believe it or not, most millionaires today, they're millionaires. The term millionaire is getting to be really actually kind of ridiculous because there's so many millionaires that are created every single day. It's not even funny. And so, you know, most millionaires, they started from borrowing resources from people that they already know because they were broke, and they just, you know, they just said, hey, here's what I'm doing. Can you know, can I borrow some money from you? You know, I'll pay you back. Okay, so one's borrow. Two, you can set up a contract with people. You know, say there's a business person, you can do a contractual agreement, I think is the term, agreement, where basically you borrow from someone, you borrow from one person who is like a business mogul or somebody that you look up to or something like that. You borrow from one person or a business or business or something. You borrow, and then in that agreement you pay back plus interest. Okay, so it's kind of like a credit card loan or something like that, but it's not exactly like in writing. It's more of a handshake type deal with somebody that you trust, and you know, it avoids credit reports and stuff like that. See, another one, you could one of my really good favorite ones is look around your house and look at anything you haven't used in 6 months. Okay, more than likely you're not going to use it, so sell it. Find a way to sell it. You can, you know, go on Craigslist. You can go on eBay. You can do tons of things like that. When I went to my first marketing event, I couldn't afford it, so I ended up selling my very rare 2002 Triumph TT600 because I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford to go, but that was worth more to me, more to my business, more to my future, to be able to attend that event than that shiny thing that was sitting there in my garage. You know, so look around your house, look at things that you could sell. Okay, so you speaking of selling and eBay and stuff, you can buy something from eBay and sell it on Craigslist. Okay. What's another thing? You could do the opposite. You can, you know, buy something on Craigslist. So we'll just do Craigslist and sell it on eBay. Okay. Another thing, garage sales, especially this time of year. You know, springtime, people are doing spring cleaning. You could go to garage sales, find things that you could sell, and turn around and sell them on Craigslist or eBay. Because a lot of times when people clean out their garages, they clean out their stuff, they're just trying to get rid of things. People do a lot of things when there's a turn in the seasons. So a lot of people have these garage sales and they just want to get rid of stuff. They don't care. They're tired of it cluttering their house. Well, what's not worth something to one person is worth a fortune to another person. And so if you buy something, you can buy something, barter with them, turn around and run an ad on Craigslist or eBay or something like that. I know several people that they actually, you know, they have a hobby of doing garage sales, and they just like going and searching through other people's stuff for whatever reason, and they buy stuff, and then they actually have their own business on the side where they just sell stuff, and they, you know, they make about $2,000 or $3,000 a month profit just off of doing that. Okay. So that's another thing, and the list can go on and on and on. I mean, the bottom line is that, you know, I'm not going to go through a whole bunch of different examples because most people have their own set of examples, and the biggest thing is you want to come up with 50 different ways. Okay, 50 different ways that you can look at the resources that you have. The only thing, this is the only thing I require is that it is honest, it's ethical, and it's nothing illegal. Okay, you're not going to be thrown in jail. Okay, anything like that. So you want to exhaust all resources. Okay. Now what you do is, and you don't have to write anything in paragraphs and stuff like this. I was just thinking while I was typing at the same time. Just like, okay, I could borrow 5K. I could borrow. I could sell something. Another one. This is a pretty big stretch, but some people are just in different situations than other people, and most of these situations, guys, I know from personal experience. And I know several other people from personal experience on how we've had to do some things that are kind of a little bit out of the ordinary, but it gets us the results. Okay, one thing that I know of is if you have a mortgage. Now again, this is a stretch, but it is a way. And see, this is what I mean by you dump all possibilities down on the paper. So if you have a mortgage, most of the time, your mortgager, the person who owns that loan, you can do, I'll just erase this here. You can do what's called a deferment. You can defer payments for up to defer payments for like 3 or 4 months sometimes. And then you can take those funds, invest them in something, make some money back, and then you pay it back after 4 months. So you basically go 4 months without making a mortgage payment, right? Now, depending on how your mortgage is set up, I'm just giving you a lot of different resources here. And what you want to do is you want to go through and do a total mental dump on every single thing that you can possibly think of. Okay, and this is about brainstorming. And you'll come up with so many ideas, so many different things, and you want to write down 50. Then you want to sit there and stare at that list of 50. And there will be one that you just keep going back to over and over and over. And you might say, well, maybe, but I'm going to keep looking. But you just keep going back to that one. Well, there's a reason why you keep going back to that one, because that's the one that's going to work. And it's the one that already worked in your mind. You've already said it. So what you do is you come and you write it, you circle it down here, okay, you circle whichever one it is, and then you write it up here. And you write the one that already worked, and you're thinking in terms of 72 hours from today. And so you paint yourself into the picture of things that you already did. And every person that I've done this with, they've been able to do some amazing things, and sure enough, within 72 hours, they came up with any type of resources that they needed for anything that they needed to do.